time. Tonight, our research has police taking a closer look, and it could help you avoid danger. 8 o'clock on a Friday night. Lewisville police officer Chris Clements rushes to a report of a crash involving a drunk driver. It happens often out here. An NBC5 investigation has found this stretch of I-35 in Lewisville sits in a zip code where drivers are at greater risk of being involved in a crash with someone who's been drinking.
The cars went spinning.
Aaron Causey witnessed one of the worst.
You knew instantly. It was very bad.
Causey was driving home on I-35 in Lewisville in 2010 when she saw a drunk driver going more than 130 miles per hour slam into a car carrying a family. 13-year-old Autumn Caudle and her mother, 33-year-old Candace Hall, were killed. Hall's husband and 2 other children survived. Aaron Causey held one of the girls' hands until rescuers arrived.
Is there anything in life that prepared you for what you saw along the side of the highway that night?
No. No. The things that you see on TV and in movies, it's not, it doesn't prepare you.
An NBC5 analysis of TxDOT data shows at least 176 alcohol-related crashes in the Lewisville 75067 zip code in 2011 and 2012 combined. Many of those crashes clustered near I-35 and the Sam Rayburn Tollway, and I-35 and 121 Business. To get those numbers, we obtained TxDOT's database of all accident reports statewide for 2011 and 2012. We zeroed in on all crashes where an officer indicated a driver who had been drinking or an intoxicated driver contributed to causing the crash. TxDOT uses the same methods to generate a yearly report of alcohol-related crashes by city, but we took it one step further, down to neighborhood level. Almost 90% of the alcohol-related crash reports over the last 2 years include GPS coordinates. Using those coordinates, we plotted the crash locations on a map. That allowed us to see zip codes with higher concentrations of alcohol-related crashes. For example, the 75240 zip code in Dallas, at least 167 crashes in 2 years, mostly clustered along 635, east of the Dallas North Tollway. Dallas police tell us they're aware of problems there and are focusing DWI enforcement efforts on that zone. In Lewisville, police say they knew I-35 was their biggest challenge, but had never seen all of the alcohol-related crashes in their city broken down and mapped by zip code.
What are you doing to address this?
Well, we got 2 full-time DWI officers. Anytime we have increased manpower on patrol, we assign them to DWI enforcement.
Lewisville's DWI officers already work 6 nights a week, and last year the department made more than 730 DWI arrests. Lewisville police are now considering more ways to target the areas we pinpointed.
We'll take the information and look at it, and the traffic sergeant will evaluate it.
The Denton County District Attorney's Office also plans to share our data with other police departments in the county.
It certainly is helpful to actually see, you know, individual dots upon dots upon dots on a map. It's very telling.
Investigators with the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission are very interested in our zip code maps.
We can combine that with new information, other forms of information, and make it even more effective.
TABC believes it could help them zero in on bars over-serving people in those crash zones.
I'd like to follow up with you at a later date and confirm some of the things that we've been able to do with it.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving thinks our maps could also help people make more informed decisions about where to drive.
It helps so that the average person can know areas to avoid, possibly, because those may be danger zones for them.
And the police cannot do it alone. Ultimately, alcohol-related crashes come down to personal decisions that can end lives and change lives forever.
It's hard. It's hard. I'll never forget it. It's an image you can't get out of your head, for sure.
Tomorrow at 10 p.m., we're going to show you how one of the biggest alcohol crash zones in North Texas is in one of the area's largest entertainment districts. Ryan and Meredith, these alcohol-related crashes happen at all times of day and night, but most of them still happen in the overnight hours, so that's when people may want to be extra alert in those hot spots.